Hello and welcome to this channel. I hope you all are doing good. My this session is regarding the current affairs of 7th of August. Let's start the session. So on 7 August 1941, Rabindranath Tagore died. Let's see about Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore, popularly known as Tagore, was born on 9th May 1861 in Calcutta, Bengal, in an eminent and influential Bengali Brahmin family. He was the 14th and youngest son of Debendranath Tagore. His father, Debendranath Tagore, was a leader of the Brahma Samaj, which was a religious reform organization established by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Rabindranath Tagore's grandfather, Dwarkanath, was a rich landlord and social reformer. Dwarkanath was also a close associate of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Her marriage took place in 1883. He married Mrinalini Devi. In 1901, he settled down at Shanti Niketan, meaning abode of peace, and began his educational experiment. He tried his Upanishadic ideas of education in this school. Most of his work was written at Shantiniketan. Tagore not only conceived there an imaginative and innovative system of education, but through his writings and his influence on students and teachers, he was able to use the school as base from which he could take a major part in India's social, political, and cultural movements. Tagore was a prolific writer and thinker who wrote poetry, novels, short stories, plays, and essays. He is considered as India's national poet, who has written India's national anthem Jan Gan Mana, is also the writer and composer of the national anthem of Bangladesh, Ama Sonar Bangla. Tagore had expressed his views on various social, cultural, and political issues that are still pertinent to the present time. For example, he wrote on women's oppression, empowerment, importance of education, human dignity, environmental awareness, technological development, and many other issues. He also wrote about child marriage, child abuse, widow remarriage, the dowry system, and political and religion exploitation in society. He also established educational institutions, including Vishwa Bharati, in 1921. Next news we have about India's sugar surplus leading to crisis. Let's look into this. India became the world's top sugar producer in 2021-2022, surpassing Brazil with a record of 359 lakh tons. However, the extensive use of resources in sugar production is depleting rapidly, leading to a potential crisis in future. To prevent the risk of agricultural collapse, addressing groundwater overuse in the sugar industry is crucial. Let's get to know about this crop more. Sugarcane, it is an important cash crop. It's a tropical crop but is grown in subtropic to a great extent in India. Ideal climatic conditions for growing sugarcane are obtained in peninsular India or south of the latitude of Bombay. Crop is grown in sandy to heavy clay soil but aerated, deep, well-structured sandy loams with pH value 6.5 that is best suited. Soil rich in iron are good for higher sugarcane recovery. Sugarcane is a heavy feeder of nutrient and adequate fertilizer application in time is essential. Application of organic manures is imperative to increase the nutrient availability of fertilizer, nutrients and for augmenting crop yield. Red rot is a common disease that inflicts heavy rain reduction in yield and its control brings remarkable increase in yield. So what is red rot disease? This is characterized by red and white patches within the cane along with a sour alcoholic odor when the cane is split open. Right. Insects like pyrilla also damage the crop and can be controlled by insecticidal sprays. Right. Next we have, why is there excess sugar production? So the central government offers a fair and remunerative price scheme which mandates a minimum price that sugar mills have to pay to sugarcane farmers, ensuring that farmers always get fair profits for their crops. State governments also offers heavy subsidies to incentivize sugarcane cultivation. The resulting sugar surplus has led to higher exports with a record of 110 lakh tons exported in 2021-2022. In fact, Brazil, Australia, and Guatemala filed a complaint with WTO against India for violating international trade rules by offering excessive export subsidies and domestic support to farmers to compete other countries in the global sugar market. The WTO ruled against India, and India also lost its appeal. So the effort made to address this issue. To deal with the surplus, Indian government considered diverting it to the production of ethanol. In the transport sector, the use of ethanol blended petrol significantly reduces harmful emissions such as carbon monoxide and various hydrocarbons from vehicles. The government launched the EBP, that is ethanol blended petrol program in 2003 to reduce crude oil import and curtail greenhouse gas emission from petrol based vehicles. It has been fairly successful. It started with a modest goal of achieving a blending rate of 5%, but the target set for 2025 is 20%. Now, how does sugarcane cultivation impact groundwater? India's EBP program reduced crude oil import, sugar export, and greenhouse gas emission. However, sugarcane's water-intensive cultivation has taken a toll. Installing solar panel is suggested for better land use. Sugarcane requires 3000 mm of rainfall, but top growing states get only 1000 to 1200 mm. So they rely heavily on groundwater from confined aquifers or limited resources. Typically, 100 kg of sugar needs 2 lakh liters of groundwater for irrigation, raising concern as these states are already drought prone and groundwater is stressed as per 2020 Central Groundwater Board report. Right. What are the solutions for this problem? Introducing fair and comprehensive subsidy schemes for a variety of crops can be helpful for farmers. Diversify as well as distribute cultivation evenly, prevent monocultures, and ensure an equitable income. The availability of wider range of profitable and less resource intensive crops can lower the strain on vital natural resources. Concerted efforts to adopt cleaner practices such as rainwater harvesting, wastewater treatment, and canal irrigation networks will help minimize stress on groundwater reservoirs as other water sources become available for irrigation. Right. Next news we have about redevelopment of 500 railway stations. In a historic move, PM laid the foundation stone for the redevelopment of 500 railway stations across the country via video conferencing. Redevelopment at a cost of more than Rs 24,470 crores. These 508 stations are spread across 27 states and union territories, including 55 each in UP and Rajasthan, 49 in Bihar, and so on. Right. So the PM remarked that the new India, which is fast moving towards the goal of Viksit Bharat, is on the onset of Amrit Kal. Underlining the railway role in giving momentum to the economic growth of the country, the PM said the record investment has been done in railways. This year, railways received a budget of more than Rs 2.5 lakh crore, which is five-fold increase as compared to 2014. PM said, "Our emphasis is on making Indian Railways modern as well as environment friendly." PM said as he informed that 100% rail line electrification will be achieved very soon, which which will result in all trains in India running only on electricity. PM also mentioned that number of stations that generate electricity from solar panels has increased to more than 1200 in the last 9 years. He also mentioned that LED lights have been installed in about 70,000 coaches and the number of bio toilets in trains have increased 28 times as compared to 2014. Shri Modi underlined that all the Amrit station will be built to meet the standards of green building by 2030. India will be a country whose railway network will run on net zero emissions. Right. Next news we have about e-way bill. E-way bill generation surged to 8.79 crore in July as against 8.61 in June, showing better demand. Right. So what is e-way bill? E-way bill system has been introduced nationwide for interstate movement of goods with effect from 1st April 2018. What are the objectives of e-way bill system? Single and unified e-way bill system for interstate and intra-state movement of goods for the whole country in self-service mode, enabling paperless and fully online system to facilitate seamless movement of goods across all the states, improve service delivery with quick turnaround time for entire supply chains and provide anytime anywhere access to data services. Right. Facilitate hassle-free movement of goods by abolishing interstate checkposts across the country. So these were the objectives of e-way bill. So this was all about for current affairs. Thank you. Stay tuned.